I thank the gentleman from Maryland for this great opportunity. The last Congress was the most productive in over 50 years. With the leadership of President Biden and Democrats in the House and Senate, with the help of some moderate Republicans, we were able to pass landmark legislation, the core of which in our economic agenda was the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which had a bipartisan vote. The CHIPS Act, also bipartisan vote, and the Inflation Reduction Act. I'm honored to serve on the Regional Leadership Council as we talk about investing in America. This is about progress. And I'm honored to represent on that council both my home state of Florida and Georgia. In Florida, we're slated for up to $50 billion in infrastructure improvements. It means roads and bridges in places like I-4 in Central Florida, which has been mired in traffic for years because of our great growth. It means a new airport tower in Tampa that our Representative Castro worked on for their growing city. It means for ports across the state. We literally quadrupled the budget for ports in Florida because of these efforts. I got to visit Cape Canaveral and the work they're doing there in the top cruise line destination port in the world. Expansions there. South Florida, water projects to help with clean water, as well as ports have also been huge. And we see these types of expansions also at our airports, like Orlando International Airport with a new Terminal C and expansions there. We've seen hundreds of thousands of jobs be created in Florida because of these infrastructure projects. We're seeing local iron workers and electrical workers, local operating engineers working on these major projects as Central Floridians are gathering together, as well as Floridians from across the state. You know, a surprising fact, Florida had more lead pipes than any other state. That was a big surprise. And now we have funding coming in to help out everything from school kids to seniors that live in mobile home developments. We're also seeing a huge amount of work around the Inflation Reduction Act. Georgia is cleaning up right now in making electric vehicles, electric batteries, and even recycling EV batteries with both Hyundai and Rivian joining in those areas. In fact, when we were in our Energy and Commerce Committee, we had gentlemen from Georgia who had to change their tune on the very bill that was being discussed before, attacking EVs, because there are so many jobs coming into Georgia to help out. And of course, the CHIPS and Science Act. This, coupled with these other bills, are doubling the amount of manufacturing, construction, and investment in our nation. We are the envy of the world right now in the manufacturing that we have going on. In our own state, we focus on aerospace chips, chips to help out with satellites and rockets, to help out with the harsh conditions of space and aerospace. And we were just named a finalist for the biggest CHIPS Act in the state in Central Florida. And we're going to continue to work with them and also with Green Garden Village, the biggest Inflation Reduction Act project, making EV batteries.